Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've got a lot of stakes racing action to bring to you from around the country. The weekend before the Breeders' Cup, you'd think there'd be a quiet week. Nonetheless, we have 17 stakes races to show you this morning. We're going to start things off at Delaware Park with the running of the Sussex Handicap, $100,000 mile and the 16th on the turf course. Let's head to Delaware Park and the running of the Sussex.
We're about set now, and they're off in the Sussex Handicap. It's a pretty even start for them all. Pay the Preacher between horses goes for that lead. Here comes Stanczak, charging up on the far outside to engage the leader. Now Stanczak wants the lead and will get it. Pay the Preacher now settles into second. In there between horses, Political Attack up on the far outside. That's Broadway Johnny toward the inside, American Freedom right alongside Esteo. And taking back the last, Mystic Salsa is the trailer as they make their way into that first turn. Opening quarter goes in 22 seconds. I guess that's right as they make their way around the first turn. Stanczak leads it by about a length and a half over Political Attack. Toward the inside, American Freedom racing third. Up on the outside, Pay the Preacher fourth. Esteo is racing behind them in fifth, followed by Broadway Johnny and Mystic Salsa being hard held at the back. As they move down the Delaware backstretch, it's Stanczak by a length. Chasing second, that's Political Attack. Pay the Preacher is third. American Freedom toward the inside fourth. Length further back to Esteo in fifth, followed by Broadway Johnny. And Mystic Salsa now is catching up with the field. Half went in 47 and 4. That makes a little more sense as they make their way into the turn. It's still Stanczak showing the way over Political Attack. 2 lengths to Pay the Preacher. Esteo moving up on the outside of American Freedom. 4 lengths to Mystic Salsa. And the trailer is Broadway Johnny. As they race around the bend, Stanczak, Pay the Preacher now dropping back as Political Attack is challenging Stanczak for that lead. 3 lengths further back to Esteo on the inside of Pay the Preacher as they head for home. Political Attack. Stanczak is battling back. Esteo trying to slip through toward the inside, then Pay the Preacher a furlong to go. Political Attack leads it by about a length and a half. Toward the inside, Esteo rallies. In between horses, that's Stanczak, but it is on the outside. Political Attack, Esteo's coming on the inside. Political Attack, though, wins it. Esteo getting second, Stanczak third. Political Attack first, for Esteo getting second. Number 13, Stanczak third, with 2 American Freedom fourth. Time for the mile and the 16th on the turf, 1 minute 44 and 4.
Early pace setter holding on for the third spot. The turf course was yielding. Some of these horses taking very nicely to it, others not. And obviously a lot of scratches here in part because of the surface condition. Political Attack has taken well to soft going in the past. Political Attack, a 4-year-old bay gelding, a son of Hawk Attack from Cope's Light by Copeland, was bred in Kentucky by Brereton Jones. He's owned by the Erdenheim Farm and trained by Michael Matz. Ridden to victory by the King of Delaware Park, Ramon Dominguez. Political Attack covers the mile and the 16th on the yielding surface in 1:44 and 4. We're going to be heading back to the turf next up for the running of the Violet Handicap at the Meadowlands on Friday evening, $150,000 grade 3 for fillies and mares. Let's head to Meadowlands and the running of the Violet.
All in line. And they're off, and the Violet Handicap, Cocktails and Dreams, is first out of there with Jose Velez Jr. From the inside comes Nault, Delta Princess right there in the early mix. From between horses, Dancal comes on, now second on the outside. Also with early speed, Madeira Mist. They come by us with Cocktails and Dreams, joined by Dancal on the outside. And right there between horses, Delta Princess with Madeira Mist on the outside. And Something Ventured right there in the early mix. It's a tight pack. Nault is saving ground towards the rail. Then it's Caught in the Rain and 2 lengths to Cruise Along, just 3.5 from the front. Dancal and Javier Castellano lead it. On the outside, Madeira Mist is a closer second now. Cocktails and Dreams is third. Between horses, Delta Princess fourth. Something Ventured up on the outside fifth. Between horses, Caught in the Rail is sixth, and Nault is on the rail seventh, followed by Cruise Along eighth. Still 3.5, 4 from the lead. 24 and 4, 49 and 3, a dawdling clip here, and it's Dancal at 9 to 5 now. Dancal continues in front. Getting a closer second there, Madeira Mist, and up on the outside, here comes Something Ventured with a late charge, dropping back Delta Princess towards the rail. Caught in the Rain is all out now, followed by Nault from the back of the pack, Cruise Along, and Cocktails and Dreams is all through, and they turn home. Dankel digs in 113 and 4 in the Violet Handicap stretch run here. Dankel by 2 lengths. It's Dankel. All out is Madeira on the between horses. Cruise Along is second, rather. On the outside, Something Ventured, and towards the rail, Delta Princess to the wire. It's Dankel at 9 to 5. Dankel will take the Violet Handicap. Dankel over on the inside. 9 to 5. Dankel will take the Violet Handicap. Dankel over on the inside. Cruise Along, or rather Madeira Mist was second, and on the outside, Something Ventured third.
Off the pace on a good turf course. The winner, Dankel, is a 5-year-old bay mare, a daughter of Mujadil from Majesty's, nursed by Indian King. Bred by Eddie Kavanagh in Ireland and owned by Marlon Arenstam. Trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. Dankel covers the mile in a 16th on the turf course labeled good in 1:43 and 3. Heading north of the border now to two big races at Woodbine. These two races on the turf were at one point considered major preps for the Breeders' Cup. Now they have decided they're going to be standalone races. Woodbine is going to take a stand off of these races only 1 week before the Breeders' Cup. We're going to start with the E.P. Taylor, a Canadian Grade 1, $750,000 on offer for fillies and mares going long on the grass. Let's head to Woodbine now in the running of the E.P. Taylor.
They're off in the E.P. Taylor Stakes. Inish Glora broke alertly to the outside. New Economy and High Dubai is right there in the early going as they sweep up to the backstretch. It is Inish Glora toward the rail. Hey-a-ho, howdy is at her neck in second. High Dubai well placed in the early going. Bay is toward the hedge in fourth position. Then Walzer Königin. Tiger Tail is tucked in nicely behind runners. Then we have a New Economy who's back 9 lengths off the lead. Then Volga, Diadella, and Mare de Corée trails. They're moving along the backstretch. Inish Glora leads it by just ahead to Hail Ho Howdy. A crawl for that opening quarter mile in the off-going of 26 seconds flat. They're at the midpoint of the backstretch. Inish Glora and Hail Ho Howdy. They match strides through an opening half mile in 50 and 3. High Dubai is clear of trouble on the outside. Just her inside is Bay in the pink cap. Walzer Königin is fifth, 6 lengths off the lead. Then we have Tiger Tail, Volga, New Economy, Diadella, and Mare de Corée is sent up between horses as they head into the far turn. Inish Glora on the inside, leads it by a neck. Hey-a-ho Howdy continues to nag her from the outside. Back in third is High Dubai, just 2 lengths off the lead and perfectly placed. Bay will need some racing room. Then Walzer Königin, who travels well, moves to the outside. Volga's coming with a run. Tiger Tail looking for racing room. They hit the top of the stretch. It's anyone's race at the quarter pole in the E.P. Taylor Stakes. Cable sets down Inish Glora. Datori cuts loose High Dubai. Volga and Migliore on the far outside. High Dubai and Volga. Those two as they come to the final furlong. Volga, High Dubai, Mare de Corée is unleashing her kick. Volga narrow lead. High Dubai to the inside. Mare de Corée, Walzer Königin, they're running out of ground here. Volga flying late, Tiger Tail, a 4-horse photo. Volga. The judges will
Off turf course. The winner, Volga, is a 5-year-old dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Caerleon from Vervine by Learfan. Another Irish bred. She was bred by the Allée France stables, owned by Joseph Allen and trained by Kieran McLaughlin, who has only recently taken over the training of this horse for Mr. Allen, who has shifted some of his horses into McLaughlin's care since McLaughlin has opened up a public stable and has announced he's going to be staying here in North America rather than traveling to Dubai over the winter time. The winner Volga covers the 1.25 miles on the soft turf course in 2:05 and 3. We're going to head right back to Woodbine now for the Canadian International, another Canadian Grade 1, $1.5 million, 1.5 miles on the grass. Let's head back to Woodbine for the running of the International.
They're off in the Pattison Canadian International. Stutter step start there for Gruntled. And set out for the early lead is Shoalwater. In between horses, Phoenix Reach and Sabiango is toward the rail as they head up to the backstretch, and it's Phoenix Reach who comes away with the early lead. On the outside is Shoalwater. Then we have Sabiango, and Bowman Mill is alongside of Sabiango. Then we have Lunar Sovereign in those maroon silks. Macaw's tucked in at the rail. And they make their way up to the backstretch now. That hairpin turn coming up and that long journey along the backstretch. And coming on the inside, on the outside now is Shoalwater, who sees control from Phoenix Reach. Shoalwater has taken the lead. Phoenix Reach is in a second position. Sabiango's to the inside, third, and Bowman Mill runs with Sabiango. Lunar Sovereign's fifth, 4 lengths off the lead. Macaw's at the hedge. Then we have Portcullis and Gruntled. Art Variety has one horse beaten. That is the favorite, Brian Baru, who's back a dozen lengths off the lead of Shoalwater at the midpoint of the backstretch. The opening half mile, 51 and 2 in this off-going. It is Shoalwater as they head toward the far turn. Bowman Mill has come on to be second now. Phoenix reaches in third, but certainly within reach of the leaders, 2 lengths off of Shoalwater. Sabiango, clear of trouble on the outside in a fourth position. Then we have a Lunar Sovereign. To the inside is Macaw, then Gruntled. To the outside of Gruntled is Portcullis. Brian Baru, still 8 lengths off the lead. And trailing this field is Art Variety. They're running through the far turn. The mile was in 42 and 2. Shoalwater, Bowman Mill, Sabiango travels well. Phoenix Reach gets a little nudge, but is in behind horses. Lunar Sovereign out there 4 wide and starting to punch for home now as they come to the top of the stretch in the Pattison Canadian International. Wide open. Shoalwater, Bowman Mill, Sabiango. Lunar Sovereign is set down. Macaw's flying late on the far outside as they come to the final furlong. And Brian Baru, the Group 1 winner, unleashing a furious kick. It's Macaw. Brian Baru on the outside. Phoenix Reach has some room. Bowman Mill is right there. Phoenix Reach comes away with the lead, and they're coming down to the line. Phoenix Reach, in a gallant display, wins the Pattison Canadian International to Macaw and Brian Baru. The unofficial result of the 9th race, the winner number 5, Phoenix.
Rallying moves 7 wide, but still finishing just about a length behind the winner here. The winner of Phoenix Reach is a 3-year-old bay colt, a son of Alharth from Carroll's Canyon by Hatim, bred in Ireland. Yet another Irish bred by Miss Christine Kiernan, owned by the Winterbeck Manor Stud and trained by Andrew Balding. Ridden to victory by Martin Dwyer. Phoenix Reach covers the 1.5 miles, again on that soft turf course, in 2:33 and 3. We're heading to Keeneland next in Kentucky, where they continue their fall meeting. We're going to start the weekend off on Saturday with the Valley View, a grade 3 for 3-year-old fillies on the grass. Let's head to Keeneland and the running of the Valley View.
And they're off. Poor beginning for Lil Scout, but not for Final Discount, who comes right out for the lead with Dinah DeWina showing speed. Ruby's Reception and Feisty Bull up on the far outside. Feisty Bull from the center of the course moving forward with Ruby's Reception past Dinah DeWina. Final Discount is now 4th against the rail, joined by Mexican Moonlight to the outside. You Can't Take Me is wide entering the first turn. Chacanage has a ground-saving trip. Then a gap of 3 more lengths to Darien, Lil Scout, and Julie's Prize is running last. Opening quarter 23 and 2/5 seconds. Feisty Bull leads it by 3/4 of a length. Ruby's Reception second by a length and a half. Then Dinah DeWina, Mexican Moonlight moves wide in the center of the course, just 1 length off the lead and now taking second. Here comes Mexican Moonlight to join Feisty Bull in a tussle for the lead. Then Final Discount threads the needle down toward the inside, moves up through traffic into third with 2 lengths to make up on the leaders. Dinah DeWina to her outside. They got the half in 48 and 1. Darien is nearly 5 lengths off the lead. Chacanage to her outside. Ruby's Reception drops out to the back of the pack. You Can't Take Me moves up very wide around the far turn, still with 5 lengths to make up on the leaders, however, and Lil Scout moves outside of her. Coming to the quarter pole, Feisty Bull still leads Mexican Moonlight by a neck. Dinah DeWina is third. Lil Scout, after that poor beginning, is now fourth on the outside. Final Discount is fifth toward the rail. Darien is also in traffic in sixth. Julie's Prize a wide seventh. Past the eighth pole, Dinah DeWina strides forward to challenge Mexican Moonlight. They're 5 lengths in front of Darien, the Julie's Prize. Dinah DeWina gets the lead from Mexican Moonlight. In the Valley View, it'll be Dinah DeWina by nearly a full length, with Mexican Moonlight second in 1 minute.
Owned by Windstar Farm Limited and trained by Elliott Walden, ridden to victory by Pat Day. Dinah DeWina covers the mile in his 16th on the turf course at Keeneland in 1:43 and 2. Heading right back to Keeneland for Sunday's stakes feature, the Rood and Riddle Dowager, $150,000 for 3-year-olds and up fillies and mares, going a mile and a half on the turf. Let's head back to Kentucky and the running of the Dowager.
And they're off peacefully. Broke very sharply. Beyond the Waves is there. And Alternate moves up in the center of the course. There goes Alternate up on the outside to get the lead from Beyond the Waves as they enter the first of 3 turns. Snow Dance is caught 4 wide and now 3 wide, moving up into third, just a length off the lead. And now Snow Dance is taking second. Golden Rhythm is next in between horses. Still As Sweet is 4 wide around the far turn for the first time. Moves up from 5th into 3rd, just 2 lengths off the early leader. Spice Island further back. Peacefully broke well, but now drops back along the rail. 6 lengths off the lead. Miss Goosebumps is in between horses. Ocean Silk is running next to last toward the inside. And Cabilia trails 10 lengths off the lead. The opening quarter in 27 and 1 over the firm turf. It is Snow Dance who comes forward to get the lead by a length, moving by the stands the first time. Still As Sweet goes second. Alternate is third, followed by Golden Rhythm in the 4th position, and then Spice Island is 5th. Half and 52 and 4 as they head back into the second of those 3 turns. Snow Dance is now setting the tempo, leading it by just over 1 length. Alternate moves up the inside to challenge Still As Sweet for second. Golden Rhythm joins them on the far outside, now taking third. Then there's a gap of 3 more lengths back to Spice Island, followed by Beyond the Waves. Peacefully, Ocean Silk is running 9 lengths off the lead. Miss Goosebumps behind her, and Cabilia is still the trailer as they enter the backstretch. Snow Dance leads it. Still As Sweet is right alongside. And then Golden Rhythm out in the center of the course, who's third, 3/4 of a length off the leader. Alternate is back toward the inside, flanked by Spice Island. Then Beyond the Waves, peacefully. Ocean Silk still has 10 lengths to make up on the leader at the entry to the far turn. Miss Goosebumps next to last. Cabilia trails as they enter the final turn. And Snow Dance is still the leader by 3/4 of a length. Golden Rhythm is alongside. A gap of nearly 3 more to Spice Island, who's third on the outside of Still As Sweet. Alternate is next. Beyond the Waves and peacefully move up on the outside. Ocean Silk is called on for more run. She's angling wide. Still 9 lengths from the lead as they turn for home. Golden Rhythm gets ahead in front. Snow Dance fights back. Spice Island joins them on the outside. Peacefully is still 4 lengths away at the 8th pole. Ocean Silk has a lot of running to do, and Spice Island is kicking on with a 5-length advantage in the final furlong of the Rood and Riddle Dowager. Peacefully, and Ocean Silk running on late along with Alternate, but no catching Spice Island. Spice Island wins it by 7. It was Ocean Silk.
12-1 over the favorite, odds-on favorite Ocean Silk under Pat Day, who rallied from far back. But that leisurely pace, 27.3, 52.81, certainly told the tale as to why Ocean Silk was not able to get to the winner's circle peacefully. 25-1. She's been a pretty hard-hitting filly throughout much of this season, perhaps against a little bit lesser company, but she picks up the third spot, 25.5-1. The winner, Spice Island, is a 4-year-old dark bay or brown filly, a daughter of Tabasco Cat from Crown of Sheba by Ali Sheba. She was bred in Kentucky by the Cranford Stud. Owned by Denley Parks and Limited and trained by John Pregman. Ridden to victory by Cornelio Velasquez. Spice Island covers the 1.5 miles of the Rudin Riddle Dowager Stakes in 2:31 and 4. We are going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we will be heading to Chicago for the Hawthorne Derby, as well as out to Santa Anita, then returning to Belmont Park. Please stay with us.
Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. At sunny Santa Anita, the best horses from around the globe came to run in the world's richest grass race, the $2 million Breeders' Cup Turf. No American horse had ever won this event until Manila, locked on the rail, got clear and unleashed a furious rally.
They're coming to the wire, and it's theatrical. Manila coming after him, and yes, Manila gets there.
For a jubilant Jose Santos and a determined Manila, this was their Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Under a bright Hollywood sun, D. Wayne Lucas, the winningest trainer in Breeders' Cup history, saddled his third straight Breeders' Cup Distaff champion. In Team Lucas fashion, Sakawista went wire to wire.
It's Sakawista now who's up to take the lead. Clever girl, can't get to her. They're running out of ground, and it's going to be Sakawista wire to wire.
Sakawista gave Trainer of the Year D. Wayne Lucas another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Under a light rainfall at historic Churchill Downs, Super filly Personal Ensign would retire unbeaten by capturing the Breeders' Cup Distaff. Standing in her path was Kentucky Derby champion Winning Colors.
Here comes Personal Ensign, unleashing a furious one on the outside. Winning Colors is there. A dramatic finish, and it is Personal Ensign there.
For undefeated Personal Ensign, this courageous victory was her Breeders' Cup Championship moment.
Those three in a dramatic finish. Here is Arcane to win it in an absolute shocker. Sunday silence surges to the front.
The 20th Breeders' Cup World Thoroughbred Championships. 8 races, 8 world champions, one unforgettable day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're heading to Chicago next, to Hawthorne, for the running of the Hawthorne Derby. Grade 3, $250,000 for 3-year-olds on the turf. Let's head to Chicago in the running of the Hawthorne Derby.
They're off. Towards the inside, Beau Classic out for the lead. Between horses, Blue Blood Boot moves out, and Blue Blood Boot now takes the lead as they race under the finish wire for the first time. Beau Classic on the inside, second. Buzzaway's in third. On the outside, moving up fourth, the Cat's a Cat. Lismore Knight along the rail, fifth. Mego Man splits horses, sixth. Gentleman JJ between horses, seventh. Sir Walter Rahi on the far outside, eighth. Fufa's Warrior between horses, ninth. False Promises on the inside, 10th, and Scottago is the early trailer, as a couple horses were in tight quarters around that first turn. And on to the backstretch they go for the Hawthorne Derby. Blue Blood Boot has the lead a half length. Beau Classic on the outside, second. Then to the outside, Buzzaway's third. Lismore Knight now starts to advance along the rail, fourth. The Cat's a Cat on the outside, fifth. Gentleman JJ looking for racing room in between horses. Then towards the inside, that's False Promises. They move to the turn. It's Blue Blood Boot with the lead. In second, Beau Classic. Buzzaway's out there third. Gaining on the outside comes Mego Man. Then towards the inside, Lismore Knight looking for racing room, followed by a Cat's a Cat. Gentleman JJ, no place to go. Also looking for racing room, False Promises. Scottago on the move between horses. Then to the outside, it's Fufa's Warrior. They're at the top of the stretch. In between horses, Beau Classic on the far outside, Mego Man, and now Blue Blood Boot has fallen over the rail. They're in the stretch. It's Mego Man, the leader, by 2.5 lengths. Bow Classic on the inside. Lismore Knight looking for racing room. False Promises now shaking through, followed by Scottago. Here comes False Promises on the inside. False Promises gets the lead in deep stretch, and False Promises will win the Hawthorne Derby. Mega Man second.
Picking up the second spot after running mid-pack throughout, was passed by the eventual winner. Bow Classic pressing the pace in the early going, holding on very nicely at 85-1. That was Blue Blood Boot under Larry Sterling, by the way, the early pace setter, setting a pressured pace by Bow Classic, who unfortunately ducked through the rail and tossed his rider, according to reports online. Both Larry Sterling and Blue Blood Boot are okay after that rather frightening incident. After they set the pressured pace just about the top of the stretch, he ducked in rather dramatically. But both horse and rider apparently are okay. The favorite in the field was Lismore Knight, who was up close in the early going and disappointed, finishing 5th in the field of 11. The winner, False Promises, is a 3-year-old Bay Gelding, a son of Jules from Stormy Divorce by Stormbird. Was bred by Arthur Appleton in Florida, owned by David Marrakesh, and trained by Anthony Granitz, ridden to victory by Carlos Marquez. False Promises covers the mile and an eighth of the Hawthorne Derby in 1:48.2. We're going to head next to Santa Anita for a pair of stakes for 2-year-olds. Sprint stakes beginning with the Sunny Slope, $75,000 for 2-year-olds, going 6 furlongs. Let's head to California in the running of the Sunny Slope.
Where they go. Raisin Hazen broke a little awkwardly. On the far side, the Herc and Voladero both come out very fast. Now Raisin Hazen quickly through at the rail to take the 3rd spot. First Shipper's right there too. Inside of that is Long Gone Trevor Shawn in the red colours. On the outside is Cooperation now going up 4th. Then we come back to Presumption, and Leah Man is last. Past the half-mile they go. Voladero on the outside and the Herc at the rail. They lead by 2 lengths. Raisin Hazen is in 3rd. Cooperation in the white cap on the outside of that. Then it's First Ship. Presumption is back in 6 lengths off these leaders. And then we come back to Long Gone Trevor Shawn and Leah Man. They're approaching the quarter pole. Voladero in the white blinkers and the Herc at the rail. They stride for stride. Cooperation coming after them from 3rd. The others have some running to do. At the top of the lane, Voladero and the Herc stride for stride. Cooperation not quite doing enough. They come for home. Voladero, the Herc, they've been locked together almost from the opening of the gates. The Herc at the rail, Voladero, they're in tight quarters. Voladero and the Herc run for the wire together. The Herc and nose to Voladero. Long gone. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a photo finish sign up, but please note there is going to be a steward's inquiry into the stretch run. Whatever numbers are posted, please hold all tickets. Steward's inquiry into the stretch run.
On in the 3rd spot with his usual off-the-pace rallying move. The favorite in the field, Cooperation, running off the board. A very disappointing performance from Bob Baffert's 2-year-old Cooperation. Notably, Bob Baffert not having a strong season this year after several very big years with his 2-year-olds, the last few. The winner, the Herc, is a 2-year-old bay son of Lord Carson from C. Jamie Wynn by Dixieland Band. Bred by Paul Capestro in Kentucky and owned by I.S. Longo, trained by Gary Studi and ridden to victory by Kent DeSormo. The Herc covers the 6 furlongs at the Oak Tree at Santa Anita Meet in 1:09.2. Heading back to Santa Anita now for the Enokia, the sister race to the Sunny Slope. 2-year-old fillies this time going the 6 furlongs. Let's head back to Sunday's running of the Enokia.
Where they go to a perfect start. Hot Weekend, very fast. Hot Weekends opens up on them early. From the inside gate, Windflow is showing good speed as well. Quanah County right there, 3rd. Miss Sandbar is in the 4th position. Wine and Dine Me, 2nd last, 5 off the leaders, and Freeze Little Lass is last. They run to the half-mile, and now Windflow comes through along the inside to take a narrow advantage. Right up alongside is Hot Weekend. Then it's a length and a half back. We have Quanah County in 3rd. Miss Sandbar's dropped onto the rail in 4th. In behind those two comes Wine and Dine Me, and Freeze Little Lass. 7 lengths covers them all. Past the 3/8 they go, and Wind Flow continues to lead it by a neck. Hot Weekenders on the outside. Now here's Quinnar County coming to tackle from the third spot. Fall back to Miss Sandbar, Freeze Little Lass, Wine and Dine Me. They come to the top of the lane. Wind Flow continues to kick on gamely, and Wind Flow starts to widen now, opens up a length and a half on them. Hot Weekend second. Quinnar County did not go on. Coming for home now, and it's still Wind Flow, the leader by 3 lengths now. Hot Weekend not making any impression from second, and Wind Flow and Kori Nakatani take the Enokia Stakes clear in the end. Hot Weekend will be second, and Quinnar County finished up third.
The top 3 pretty much running 1, 2, 3. In fact, this race run almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way around the racetrack. But the winner, Wind Flow, a dark bay or brown 2-year-old daughter of Indian Charlie from Beautiful Legend by Leafard, was bred in Kentucky by E&D Enterprises. Owned by Peter A. Waltzke and Barbara Waltzke, trained by Cesar Dominguez, and ridden to victory by Kori Nakatani. Wind Flow covers the 6 furlongs of the Enokia in 1:09 and 3. We're going to head to Belmont Park next, where on Saturday they held the New York Showcase Day. Series of terrific races, every race on the card for the New York breds, beginning with a couple of maidens and allowance races. Beginning the stakes program, however, was the Maid of the Mist for 2-year-old New York state-bred fillies going a flat mile. Let's head down to New York and the call of the Maid of the Mist.
And they're off. Oh, Cape Side Lady, the big favorite, stumbled coming out of there. She went right to her knees. And Frontline absconds with the lead. Stand on Top comes up on the inside, and Cape Side Lady has recovered and is up and down the pace, and on the outside third. Then it's Schemer fourth. Dearest Heart rides the rails in fifth. Clarksburg Queen and Hollywood Wonder. Down the backstretch, Frontline in front. Cape Side Lady right there on the outside. On the inside, Stand on Top keeping pace, running along in third. Schemer is running comfortably just in behind the lead fourth, and Dearest Heart down on the inside. Opening quarter, 23 and 3, 5 furlongs from the line. Cape Side Lady now grapples with Frontline. And checking there was Dearest Heart. Dearest Heart was in tight down toward the rail, was up close earlier. Now has been shuffled back fifth, about 6 lengths from the lead. Frontline, Cape Side Lady continue to tussle on the turn. Schemer continues to cruise along them. Schemer very strong as they round the far turn. The half went in 47 and 1. Stand on Top is now running in fourth. Dearest Heart fifth toward the inside. Clarksburg Queen and Hollywood Wonder coming to the top of the stretch. Cape Side Lady still head-to-head with Frontline. Schemer makes her move for the lead as the field turns for home. And off the turn, Johnny Velasquez says go with Cape Side Lady. Schemer coming to her on the outside. Schemer, Cape Side Lady, nip and tuck, and Schemer's in front. Schemer is in front. Cape Side Lady now second and fighting on valiantly. Clarksburg Queen is now third, down to the final 16th. Schemer in front. A resolute Cape Side Lady battling on. They're coming down to the finish. Cape Side Lady and Schemer. Here's the wire. This is a very good filly. Cape Side Lady comes back. Number 7, Cape Side Lady was first. Number 3, Schemer was second. Number 5, Clarksburg Queen was third. And number 6, Frontline was fourth. Results not official. 7, 3, 5, 6.
Position for this filly, getting her in position to win by a neck over a game. Schemer with Clarksburg Queen, the longest shot on the board at 45 to 1. Rallying from off the pace to pick up the third spot. Cape Side Lady is now 3 for 4, her only loss coming when they sent her out of town to the Sorority Stakes in New Jersey earlier this year after she broke her maiden impressively at Saratoga. Cape Side Lady is a bay filly, 2-year-old daughter of Cape Town, from Gray Lady type by Zen. She was bred by Thomas and Lakin in New York, owned by the So Mad Cap stable and trained by Todd Pletcher. Ridden to victory by John Velasquez, Cape Side Lady covers the flat mile and the Maid of the Mist in 1:41 and 1. We're going to head right back to New York now for the running of the Sleepy Hollow for 2-year-old Colson Geldings, $100,000, a flat mile. Let's head back to Belmont and the running of the Sleepy Hollow.
And they're off.
Flagship Enterprise gets off to a good start. Flagship Enterprise out to take the lead. Bond Arbitrage comes on through to be second. Down toward the inside, Papada now third. Delta Ghost races in fourth. On the rail, Friends Lake is fifth. Salty Character far outside sixth. Absolutely Joe is seventh and only about 3 or 4 lengths from the lead. And then it's Aladdin's Lamp, followed by Arby's Glitter, Saratoga Episode on hold at the back of the pack. But up front, it's Flagship Enterprise, Bond Arbitrage, and Papada. The opening quarter went in 23 and 2/5 seconds. Just in behind that group, Absolutely Joe in between horses now running along in third. Then down toward the inside, Friends Lake is racing in fourth. In between horses, Aladdin's Lamp now running along in fifth. Delta Ghost is 5 wide. Then farther back, Arby's Glitter coming through an opening on the inside. Salty Character, Saratoga Episode trailing the field. Papada on even terms with Flagship Enterprise. They ran a half in a testing 46 and 2/5 seconds. Friends Lake just in behind the lead, and Friends Lake now is called on for run as they come to the quarter pole and is gaining ground. A break of 2, Arby's Glitter within striking range is running fourth. Saratoga Episode, a steady advance while saving ground. The field turns for home, and Friends Lake charges to the lead. Friends Lake in front, Papada second. Flagship Enterprise is sputtering now. Arby's Glitter moves alongside that one up into third now. Less than a furlong to go. Migliore working on Friends Lake, left-handed now. Now getting away from Papada and the rest. It's going to be Friends Lake drawing off at the end. Papada finished second. Arby's Glitter was third.
Papada, whose most recent success has come on the turf. Arby's Glitter at 46-1, picking up the third spot with a very big move from way off the pace. The winner, Friends Lake, a beautifully bred chestnut colt, a son of A.P. Indy from Antispend by Spend a Buck, was bred in New York by Chester and Mary Perlman, owned by his breeders and trained by John Kimmel, ridden to victory by Richie Migliore. Friends Lake covers the flat mile of the Sleepy Hollow in 1:36.1. We are going to pause now for a second brief message, and when we return, we'll be finishing up with New York Showcase Day and bringing you Sunday Stakes feature as well. Please stay with us.
Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Hollywood Park was the site for the inaugural Breeders' Cup, and a capacity crowd witnessed a star-studded field in the first race, the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Chief's Crown lived up to his billing as America's best 2-year-old with a determined drive to the wire.
They're inside the final furlong, and here comes Chief's Crown on the outside. He's taken the lead, and a champion is crowned.
Chief's Crown provided the first Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. The San Gabriel Mountains and Santa Anita Park provided a majestic setting for racing's regal lady. From start to finish, Lady Secret staged a Horse of the Year performance in the $1 million Breeders' Cup Distaff.
But it is Lady Secret who puts it in another gear as they turn for home. Lady Secret, another flawless performance.
For Lady Secret, this crowd-pleasing victory was her Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Another Breeders' Cup Championship moment. Hollywood Park was the stage for an epic battle between Kentucky Derby champions Ferdinand and Ali Sheba in the world's richest race, the $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic. And the champions would battle it out to the wire.
Ferdinand, Judge Angelucci, on the outside, Ali Sheba. Ferdinand has the lead. Ali Sheba, a final surge. The two Derby winners hit the wire together.
Ferdinand's classic win was his Breeders' Cup Championship moment.
Breeders' Cup is where winning means the most. Our whole year points to Breeders' Cup Day. It's the only day when we ride in nothing but championship races. You get the chance to compete at the highest level against the best in your sport. With so many different races, the Breeders' Cup is the place to prove you're a world-class jockey. As the jockey with the most Breeders' Cup wins, I can tell you it has really helped my career. Breeders' Cup, it's our most important day.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue with New York Showcase Day, now with the Iroquois Handicap. Once again, New York State breds, this time fillies and mares, sprinting on the main track. Let's head back to New York in the running of the Iroquois.
And they're off. Storm on the Lake breaks on top. She's got the beat right there on the outside. Perfectly Stunning comes away in third. Just her inside, Travelator is now fourth. Mischievously fifth. Along came Mary sixth. Grab Bag seventh. Doc Style eighth toward the inside. Shockleman is ninth. Beautiful America 10th on the outside. Then it's a break of two. Back to Princess Dixie and Moonlight and Beauty. Sparkling Ava is the trailer. She's about 15 from the leader. Storm on the Lake, who's bowling right along and tears through a quarter in a torrid 22 flat. Storm on the Lake. Run as fast as she can, as far as she can. Leads by two. Travelator and Perfectly Stunning running second and third. Mischievously poised at the inside and fourth. 3 lengths back to Grab Bag. She's got the beat on her outside. And then it's Doc Style, followed by Chocolate Mint, Princess Dixie, Beautiful America, Moonlight and Beauty. Down on the inside along came Mary Sparkling Ava, the trailer, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Here comes Travelator. Up to take the lead right there at the quarter pole. It's Travelator in front. She's got the beat coming up on the outside. Storm on the Lake is wary toward the rail. Mischievously down on the inside. She'll need some running room. On the outside, Princess Dixie is bearing down on the leader's Grab Bag right there in the thick of it. She's got the beat now, short lead. Princess Dixie on the outside coming hard. Those two full out. She's got the beat in an all-out drive. Princess Dixie surging past to win it by a nostril. Princess Dixie.
Later, who spent most of their career in New York bred company, two pretty game fillies running third and then fourth after being in prominent positions late. The winner, Princess Dixie, is a dark bay or brown 4-year-old daughter of Dixie Brass from Princess Halo by Halo. She was bred in New York by the CBF Corporation, owned by James F. Edwards and trained by Jim Bond. Ridden to victory by Mike Leslie, Princess Dixie covers the 6 furlongs of the Iroquois in 1:24 and 1. Heading right back to Belmont now for the Ticonderoga on the turf. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, going 1 1/8 on a soft turf course. Let's head back to Belmont now in the running of the Ticonderoga.
And they're off. Senora Poppy and Ma Femme racing for the lead. Exchange Bay down toward the inside. Rose Esther is there toward the outside. BB Lake. Very eager to go on with it early, and Ma Femme sprints away to lead by 2.5 lengths. Senora Poppy backs off that pace, runs in second. BB Lake on the outside third. And then it's Near and Do's in between horses running along in fourth. Exchange Bay hugs the hedge, ground saving in fifth position. On the outside, Perfect Energy under a hard hold is now sixth. Rose Esther gets comfortable right there in the middle of the herd. And then on the outside, it's Lady Bye-Bye, who's followed out the hedge by Dynamic Lisa. Then Alleged Whisper, Brandella, and Spectacular on Tap trails the field. Ma Femme in front, and an eager Senora Poppy second alongside after a quarter in 25 seconds flat. Then it's BB Lake, who's a tracking third. Near and Dear is moving comfortably, while fourth on the inside. Then Perfect Energy, Exchange Bay. Lady Bye-Bye tugs her way up eagerly, now 6 lengths from the lead. Then Rose Esther, Dynamic Lisa. Brandella clear of trouble on the outside, about 10 lengths from the front. Then Alleged Whisper, second last at the half-mile pole. Spectacular on Tap trails the half in 50 and 4/5 seconds. Ma Femme is coming under a ride to hold that lead, but still leads 3/4 of a length. Senora Poppy, there goes BB Lake, sent after the lead on the outside third. And BB Lake, Lady Bye-Bye looms a threat on the outside. Oh, checking there in traffic. Near and Dear had checked in traffic just behind Perfect Energy. The field turns for home. Ma Femme, BB Lake, Lady Bye-Bye ready to roll now. And here comes Lady Bye-Bye on the outside up for the lead. Perfect Energy coming through on the fence. Brandella coming with an explosive late run on the outside. Lady Bye-Bye in front. Brandella coming hard to her, but running out of ground. Lady Bye-Bye driving down to the line, pursued by Brandella. Here's the wire. Lady Bye-Bye saved by the wire. Brandella, a hard, charging second.
Again, from well off the pace. The early fractions in here were still rather leisurely, yet Lady Bye-Bye able to kick clear as Brandella gave Feudal chase late, missing by a half length at 27 to 1. BB Lake picking up the third spot after being involved in the early going, double digits in the top 3 spots in here, setting off a streak of races won by long shots, big long shots indeed, as the favorite in here, finishes 5th. That, of course, Dynamic Lisa, who never really got on track at all. The winner, Lady Bye Bye, is a chestnut 4-year-old filly, a daughter of Lord Avey from Shambidextrous by Sham, bred in New York by the Tri-County Stables, owned by Tri-County Stable and trained by John Hurtler. Ridden to victory by Jose Santos, Lady Bye Bye covers the 1 1/8, again on that soft turf course in 1:55 and 3. We're going to head back to the main track now for the running of the Hudson Handicap. Again, older horses, 3-year-olds and up, New York breds, sprinting 6 furlongs on the main. Let's head back to Belmont in the running of the Hudson Handicap.
They're off. Bossa Nova and Top Shoulder breaking quickly for the lead. Gratian is away running 3rd. Personable Pete comes on through 4th. Impeach the Pro, 5th and on the far outside. 1 and 3 under a hustling ride is now 6th. Vaca tailing off 7th. Beyond Chance and No Parole 3 wide moving into the far turn. Bossa Nova now clears Top Shoulder, leads by 3. A break of another 4 back to Gratian. And Bossa Nova, a wicked first quarter, 21 and 3. Bossa Nova barreling full throttle, 3 furlongs to go. Leads Top Shoulder by 3 lengths. A break of 5. Impeach the Pro rallies up on the outside, now coming on from 3rd. And then it's No Parole who's also advancing on the far outside. Gratian tailing off back in 5th. Down on the inside, Personable Pete. Bossa Nova has run a half and an eye-popping 44 and 4. Edgar Prado gets to work on Bossa Nova. Top Shoulder 2 lengths behind. Impeach the Pro with a late chance. 1 and 3 is coming hard on the far outside, trying to reel in heavily favored Bossa Nova. Impeach the Pro, 1 and 3 with a flying finish. Here's the wire. 1 and 3 on the wire first. Impeach the Pro finishing 2nd, close. Number 9, Impeach the Pro was 2nd. Number 6, No Parole 3rd. Number 10, Bossa Nova was 4th. The results not official, 1, 9, 6, and 10.
Game rival and Top Shoulder, and looked like he might have had it won at the top of the stretch, but 21.72, 44.91 are going to tell the tale on him as 1 and 3 going to rally from well back to pick up a 3/4 length victory over a game Impeach the Pro, who did win this race 2 years ago, and this time coming back at 17-1. No Parole, a very nice effort for No Parole to finish in the 3rd spot, running once again from off the pace. The winner, 1 and 3, is a dark Bayer Brown 4-year-old colt, the son of Dixie Brass, from Patsy McCann by Secret Prince. Bred in New York by Andrew Kruger, owned by D&B Stables, and for some reason, I do not know the trainer of 1 and 3. I don't have him listed up here. I'll be happy to try to find him for you. Ridden to victory by Sean Bridgemahan, 1 and 3 covers the 6 furlongs in 1:10 and 1. We're going to head right back to New York Bred Company with the Mohawk Handicap for 3-year-olds and up, $150,000 on the turf. Let's head back to New York and the running of the Mohawk.
And they're off. Salute Him and Irish Colonial. Jose Santos sending Irish Colonial right from the start, with Salute Him right alongside as they hit the first turn. Irish Colonial, there goes Quantum Merit looking for the lead. Quantum Merit on the outside, and Irish Colonial, and those two head-to-head in the early going here. But they're moving at a comfortable pace. It's a length and a half back to Quiet Ruler running along in 3rd. And then it's Robbie's Rock in 4th. Salute Him taken back into 5th. Foreverness 3 wide running in 6th. Then World of Wonder, Golden Commander, Hag's Castle at the back of the pack. Quantum Merit tugs his way up to lead now by a length. The opening quarter in 25 and 3/5 seconds. Irish Colonial 2nd just out the inside of Quiet Ruler. And it's a length and a half back, and Salute Him on hold while running along in 4th. Robbie's Rockin' continues on the inside 5th. And then it's Foreverness 6th, followed by World of Wonder and Golden Commander. Hag's Castle gets a nudge now and is taken into the clear for clear running as the field approaches the far turn. Quantum Merit on top. Irish Colonial is dropping back in the field, led on the first turn, and has now dropped way back about 7th as they round the far turn. Quantum Merit by a head. Quiet Ruler turning up the pressure. Salute Him is a threatening 3rd. Robbie's Rockin' just in behind the lead. Foreverness is only 3 lengths from the front. Hag's Castle now in the midst of his bid. Hag's Castle moving strongly on the far outside, and the field turns for home. Quantum Merit has thrown in a towel, and it's Quiet Ruler in front at the top of the lane. Quiet Ruler driving to the 8th pole, clear by 2. Salute Him giving chase 2nd. On the outside, Hag's Castle and Foreverness at the rail. Inside the final furlong. And Johnny Velasquez and Quiet Ruler have opened up an insurmountable lead. They're going to win it here at a big price, 20-1 on the line. Quiet Ruler wins by 5. Three-way photo for second that will go to Salute Him. Very close for third. Hags Castle or Foreverness. Number 10, Hags Castle was third, and number 6, Foreverness was fourth. The results non-official, 7-3, 10 and 6.
Here at 45-1, this time at 20-1. Sitting just off the early pace, and the early pace setters, Quantum Merit, Irish Colonial, both of them obviously backing out of there badly. Neither one of them liking that softer going. Quiet Ruler taking very nicely to it. 4.5 lengths kicking clear from the game Salute Him, who held on well. Half a length the better of Hags Castle and Foreverness, who were both closing in on him. The winner, Quiet Ruler, is a 5-year-old chestnut gelding, a son of Woodman from Forevermorn by Riverman, was bred by the Gallagher Stud in New York. He is owned by Randy Sarf, an old Brookside farm, trained by Russell Mueller, and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Quiet Ruler, winner of the Mohawk for the second year in a row, covers the mile and an eighth in 1:54 flat. We're going to head right back down to New York now for the running of the Empire Classic, the biggest race of the year for New York breds, $250,000, mile and an eighth on the main track. Let's head back to Belmont and the running of the Empire Classic.
And they're off. Well Fancied, Breaking Alertly, Mr. Determined, and Traffic Chief. Those three across the track early as the field moves out of the chute and onto the main track. And Mr. Determined emerges with the lead. Well Fancied, though, right with them and moving comfortably, running second by 2. Traffic Chief and Gander the Big Gray is now running along in fourth. Private Emblem back fifth on the inside. Lord of the Thunder is running in sixth. Acceptable Venture is seventh. Spite the Devil is eighth. And the trailer is Compelling World, a bit ungainly at this point, 23-3 for the opening quarter. And Well Fancied has assumed the lead. Well Fancied in front, 6 furlongs to go. He leads by 3/4 of a length. Mr. Determined promptly second by 2. Gander kept within close striking range is third. Traffic Chief in the clear fourth. Private Emblem 5 lengths from the lead in fifth. Then Lord of the Thunder, Acceptable Venture, Spite the Devil, and Compelling World still a bit awkward as the field moves into the far turn. Well Fancied has run the opening half mile in 46-3. Still holding off the challenge of Mr. Determined. 3 lengths back, and Traffic Chief now advances into third. Private Emblem is fourth, and Gander is tailed off. Gander is now dropped back to fifth, 6 lengths from the front. Then Lord of the Thunder, Spite the Devil, Acceptable Venture, and Compelling World. Coming to the top of the stretch. It's still Well Fancied, and he's been shadowed by Mr. Determined throughout, and the field turns for home. Well Fancied in control. Mr. Determined, the whip out on him, driving hard second. Break of 3, and a resurgent Gander, who dropped back to 6th on the far turn, is coming again on the far outside, and they're headlong into the final furlong. Well Fancied kicks clear of Mr. Determined. Gander on the outside, coming hard into the final 16th. It's still Well Fancied in front. Gander is giving his all as they come down to the finish. And coming to the wire, Well Fancied holds on to win it by a neck. Gander, valiant but vanquished today.
Doubts as to whether he wanted to go 9 furlongs, but he set a pace that was appropriate to the distance and his ability. Was able to hold on by a half length from Gander, who had a little bit of trouble. Gander was running inside of horses. John Velasquez took him way back. In fact, heading into the far turn, it appeared that Gander was dropping out of the race entirely. He did re-rally quite gamely, but missed by half a length as the second choice in the wagering over 4-1. Mr. Determined, 68-1, holding on well after pressing the early pace set by Well Fancied to pick up the third spot. The winner, Well Fancied, is a 5-year-old bay gelding, a son of Prosper Fager from Patty's Fancy Trick by Tricky Creek. Bred in New York by Seymour Cohn and owned by Sanford Goldfarb, Stuart Hoffman, and Jonathan Flasig. Trained by Richard Dutrow Jr., ridden to victory by Edgar Prado, Well Fancied covers the mile and an eighth of the Empire Classic in 1:49-2. One further stakes race to bring to you from the weekend, that the Pilgrim Stakes in New York on Sunday. $75,000 mile and an eighth on the turf. This race has lost its graded status and lost a little bit of its luster. Nonetheless, a pretty good group of 7 show up for this event on a yielding turf course. Let's head down to Belmont now in the running of the Pilgrim.
And they're off. Tynan and Kennel up toward the outside. Unbuckle racing for the lead. into the first turn, and it's Tynan with the lead. Unbuckle alongside running second. Artie Schiller is in between horses. Timo gets caught 3 wide round the first turn. Pablo Fragoso wrangles back Kennel Up down toward the hedge. Now passed on the outside by Milestone Victory. Cool Conductor lumbering along in last position as Unbuckle takes the field into the backstretch, and Jorge Chavez has a good hold of that one while on the lead. And it's a snail's pace here, 26-4 for the opening quarter. Just a crawl down the backstretch. Unbuckle, short lead. Timo alongside, and no hurry to go by. And then it's Tynan coasting while running along in third. Milestone Victory on hold, running along in fourth position. Artie Schiller in between horses fifth, 3 lengths from the lead. Then Cool Conductor and Kennel Up muzzled and suppressed at the back of the pack. 54 1/5 seconds for the opening half mile. They couldn't run any slower. Unbuckle short lead. Timo on the outside right there. Those two head to head with a half mile to go. Now they're starting to pick it up. Unbuckle short lead. Timo ratcheting up that pressure. And there goes Milestone Victory in a 3 wide bid for the lead now. Just in behind them on the inside, it's Tynan. They start to sprint to the wire. Artie Schiller still about 2.5 lengths from the lead. On the outside, Cool Conductor and Kennel Up trailing the field. They're coming to the top of the stretch. It's Timo, Unbuckle, and Milestone Victory across the course. And just in behind them, Tynan looking for some daylight now. Artie Schiller cut loose, still 3 lengths behind. 1 furlong to go. Timo comes away with the lead. Milestone Victory. Artie Schiller kicking in, but there's only a furlong to go. And it's Timo in front. Artie Schiller trying to reel him in, but it will be Timo. Timo in full stride under the line, won by 2.5. The stewards will take no action concerning the start.
His move, the third spot rather, going to Milestone Victory, who was very impressive in his career first career victory. That coming in his debut at long odds, returns here in Stakes Company with a nice effort, finishing third at 14-1. The winner, Timo, is a gray-or-owned 2-year-old son of El Prado from Ella Katzbergler by Criminal Type. He was bred in Kentucky by C.K. Woods Stable and is owned by the breeder, trained by Bill Badgett, and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Timo covers the 1 1/8 on the turf course labeled Yielding, and the 1 1/8 on the yielding surface in 1:57.2. That's going to wrap up our program for the week. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and will be able to join us next weekend when, of course, we're going to have a very, very busy program featuring all of the races from Breeders' Cup 20, as well as stakes races from out of town as well. Obviously, Santa Anita going to be hosting several other stakes races in the supporting card around the Breeders' Cup. New York will have a pair of stakes races, a couple of stakes races in Kentucky as well, one at Keeneland and one at Churchill Downs as they open their fall meeting. Thank you very much once again for joining us. I'm Jean Wood. We'll see you back here next time.